Hi there, I'm Josh, and this is the Borg, and we are FS Exotics.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Okay, so the Borg is kind of the reason why we are doing this video. First, you're going to look at him and you're going to be like, oh, that's Mojave. Then you're going to be like, wait a minute. Could be a Mystic. And he's got a dark dorsal pattern. One second. So he has a dark dorsal pattern, and he's got light sides. But if we look really close, you can see he almost kind of looks like a lesser too. So, the reason for today's actual video, once we find him here, is shed testing. I was actually on Morph Market the other day, and I had somebody tell me that two snakes were the exact same snake because of the fact that they came out of the same clutch, which I'm going to prove that wrong here in just a second. I do apologize about the jump cut there. Unfortunately, the Borg is a 1,000-gram male. It is breeding season, and he has been paired. And right now, he kind of wants to go in with his girlfriend. He doesn't want to be held and played around with. So, we're going to go on to the next part of this video. I was in Morph Market, and somebody told me that they did not shed test the snake that I was going to buy for $1,000, by the way. I'm not buying no snake that has not been shed tested. Or I know the pairing, so I know exactly what it is without knowing exact for $1,000. So I'm going to put up on my screen here what the pairing was for the two snakes that I'm getting ready to show you that are completely different snakes. Okay, hi there. I'm back again, and I've actually taken 3 videos. This is my phone I'm using, and it's funny because I've actually hit photo instead of video. So, again, we're all learning this whole thing and stepping out of our comfort zones by making videos. So let's just tell the embarrassing stories of how I've just made 8 minutes worth of video and then realized that it was actually on camera. Yeah, that was kind of dumb of me, but it happens. I mean, we're human. So this snake right here is a normal het pied, okay? The video you just saw, the little video that shows the pairings and 16 different outcomes you can have, I will tell you right now, there are people that are selling this exact snake, this normal het clown, because she's a little yellow. She's not as dark as most normals. They are selling her as a fire het clown. She is not a fire het clown. Okay, so I have to speak in TikTok speak. A normal het clown, 100 cookies, $100, 100 cookies, whatever you want to call it, okay? In a, normal het clown. A fire het clown, however, you can get a little more, 150, 175. So, there are people that are out there and they're not shed testing. And they're just saying, oh, it's a little brighter, it's a fire. It's not a fire, it's just a different expression of the pigments on the snake. There's lighter normals, there's darker normals. Heck, if you look at Orange Dream, I mean, Orange Dream, you have a high-intensity Orange Dream and you have a low-intensity Orange Dream. I actually have a high-intensity Orange Dream. He's awesome. He's paired right now with somebody, so he will not be coming into the video. Much like the Borg. Unfortunately, we had to put the Borg back because he's a breeder-sized male and he wants his girlfriend, so he wasn't wanting to cooperate. Yeah, you can see all the yellows on her now, since she's really close to the camera. So, anyhow, I'm going to show you her sister, And I'm going to show you one thing that was told to me inside of Morph Market that I laughed at because I've done way too much research. Again, you can have 16 different variations of this snake. Okay, so that is a fire clown back there. I'm going to pull her out here in a minute. But what I want to show you is that same clutch, both females, and you can see that Padme Amidala, the normal het clown, actually dwarfs Catra, the fire clown. I'm going to pull the fire clown out of there because you can see what her colors look like in a not dark environment. Okay, now you can see how yellow Miss Catra is. She is literally a fire clown. She is the snake that was on the This Girl Is on Fire short that a lot of people came to my channel seeing. She's very friendly, but you can see she is much smaller than her sister. Much like humans, like me. I'm short and fat. My brother is tall and skinny. I guess I got the bad end of the genetics. I don't know. I can eat more food, I guess. I don't know. But anyhow, I'm losing weight, so we're not going to go there, okay? But I'm just showing you that just because somebody says, hey, I don't need to shed test that snake. The snake that came out of the egg next to it tested positive for all these things does not mean the snake that you're buying is going to test positive for the same things. Okay, so I was going to make a longer video, but I'm going to end it up with here. This is my probably most expensive snake. I got her from MBK Pythons. That is Mark and Krista. They are one of them that taught me genetics besides proper royals. And actually, I've learned a little bit from JSA through a few of their videos and through person. These are all Minnesota breeders. This is a VPI Exantic. She is het hypo because one of her parents was hypo. She is het piebald because one of the parents was piebald. And she is actually het clown as well because one of the other parents was a clown. So she is a VPI Exantic, het hypo, het clown, het piebald. Okay? And this one, do I really need to shed test her? No. I don't, because I know all of the genes in her. Am I going to shed test her anyway? Yes. And the reason why is because she could have something hiding in there. What if, the VPI is covering up something cool that I don't know about in her? Let's say she's a desert ghost, which we're not saying that by any means. I am not one of those breeders. Okay? Until I know 100%, I'm not saying anything. Just like if I were to sell her, I would sell her exactly as I just said, because I know the parentage, I know stuff like that. And that's the reason why whenever people ask you what the pairing is, that's what they're asking you. They're asking you to make sure that it was a visual clown or a visual pied or something like that. Isn't this girl pretty? She's really pretty, actually. So I'm beginning to wonder something on her, but we're going to shed test because I'm not making any guesses, but anybody who knows their snakes knows exactly what I'm looking at right now, because there's something there that I'm seeing that I'm not sure of. Anyhow, y'all have a great day and be good to one another. Bye. Actually, we're not ending there. We're going one more. We're going to say anything that I say is my opinion. Do your own research. Make sure that what you're doing is, good. It doesn't have to be exactly what I do. You don't have to buy only shed-tested animals. You don't have to use a rack or tubs or an enclosure only. There's several different ways to keep a ball python. And I'm not saying that you have to do exactly what I say. That's not me by any means. I'm just trying to help anybody who's new in the business, like myself, learn a few things that I've already learned, step out of my comfort zone and have some fun, of course, and embarrass myself because of the fact that, in 10 years, hopefully I'm doing really good in this business. And I look back and laugh at this. So hopefully this girl is like huge by that time too. Anyhow, you all have a great day and be good to one another.